Hi, everybody. This is Tracy Malone from NarcissistAbuseSupport.com. I am here to talk to you about a subject that comes up quite often. It happened to me, and I'd like to discuss it with you today. This is a red flag that we don't often hear about, but when we are in a relationship with a narcissist, one thing to notice and really absorb is the speed at which, or the lack of speed of which, they introduce you to their friends or their family. This is a red flag. If you have been with someone for a year, it's probably a good chance you should have met their friends. And if you're coming around, the holidays are coming up now, and they have no interest in you meeting their family, another red flag. What does that mean? It means that you are not important enough. How about if they invite you? If you invite them to meet your friends and they're suddenly so busy that they can't possibly meet with your friends. It's hard to believe that this happens, but it's not just that it's 3 months later. It is that you have been with this person, sleeping with this person next to them for a year, and they won't let you meet their friends. So for those of you who have followed me for a while, I talk about 2X, my ex-husband, and 3X, the ex-dirtbag that I dated after him. I like saying that; it just makes me happy. There's lots of meanings behind that, but I remember when I was dating him, and I was with him for about 2.5 years. And while I was able to be his friend on Facebook, I was never allowed to tag him when we were together. In fact, most of the time when we were together, we would take pictures, but those were never destined for Facebook. They were never intended for the world to see. Of course, I later found out it was because he had 3 different people he was sleeping with at the same time. But that's a red flag I should have taken a lot more serious. I remember I couldn't, after about a year, maybe a year, even more, he was like, what do I need to do to keep you, to make you not leave? And I was like, why can't we be in a relationship on Facebook? That was such a simple thing, but yet it was very important to me. And I really don't know why now, but it was sort of like, put your money where your mouth is. This is what I'm looking for. I'm like, I'm in this thing, and yet nobody knows. I am secret, except for our immediate friends that might have known us together. But for the most part, no, I was blind. I was not the one that was on Facebook. So he asked me, and I said, yep, I want to be your other person in a relationship with on Facebook. And we decided we would do it a certain way. We would do it at the same time, pushing that button where in a relationship sends out like a blast to all your friends. And we had a plan. And although we had a plan, he went right back to his house after our lunch and did it without even telling me. And all of a sudden, I was inundated with texts from my friends who hated him and were like, what are you doing? They were so upset at me. And I didn't have time to prepare them as I should have. That was the plan. Another red flag. What was I thinking that I had to prepare my friends for the fact that we were going to admit we were in a relationship on Facebook? Like, what was I thinking? But within about 24 hours, he did a backflip and said he couldn't handle the pressure. It was too much pressure. He'd been out of his divorce for as many years as I had, at least 3 by then. And so, what's the harm in being in a relationship when you have been in a relationship? And he imploded, and he put us out of a relationship. He changed his status. Now, I did later find out that the next girl, I called her door number 3, was calling him. She was in a relationship with him for 2 years too. So she was like, what the heck is this? So he couldn't take that pressure. Let's be honest. It wasn't the pressure of our friends. It was the pressure of his other girlfriends. But to me, I wanted that so badly. And when he did it, it was so hurtful and so malicious. So let's get back to the family. I wanted to share that with you because I've been in this situation where you are, where I am the invisible person, where He would do things that were with his friends, and those were his friends, and this was our life. And then never should, did the two ever mix, except for where I got to babysit for his kid. Other than that, it was all about keeping me secret, keeping me away from what everyone else would know as that's my girlfriend, not proudly going, yay, I claim her. Red flag. If they keep you away from their friends, if they won't let you tag them on Facebook and they tag other people on Facebook, pay attention. It doesn't get any better. This is something that reaches a point where you have to decide, do I want to stay in the dark and keep this relationship secret? What does that mean? Why would you keep a relationship over a year secret? Are you hiding it from a spouse? That's another reason. Hiding it from girlfriend, that was a big reason. But think about this. If you have been kept secret, you're not legitimate. And therefore, it's real easy to discard you. This is Tracy Malone. Thank you for listening. I just wanted to give you this little quick tip about being the secret other person in someone's life and how dangerous of a red flag that is. So if you need more information about narcissistic abuse, go to my website, narcissistabusesupport.com, and look for my book to be coming out soon. I'm hoping by the end of the year, it'll be printed and ready for all of you to take home. And it is going to be on divorcing a narcissist. It's called Divorcing a Narcissist. You can't make this shit up. The stories that have been shared with me to share with you are going to help you get a leg up on what to prepare for and how to get through a divorce and be a survivor by not being blindsided in every corner. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you soon.